Hi guys, YouTubers, Facebook, whoever's watching this. So, this is one of the few times you're going to see me with no makeup. I'm about to do a tutorial. Basically my daily face routine and a full coverage tutorial for people with acne and problematic skin. Sorry about the music playing. I'm listening to Protest the Hero. Metal. Basically, my skin is all primed and prepped. I used 3 different primers. First, I used this primer that my friend gave me. It's from the Body Shop. It's a green color correcting mattifying primer that my friend gave me. It's also kind of like, it seems like a waxy base. It smells like crayons. So what I did is I kind of heated up in the microwave a little bit and rub it in my fingers to warm it up, and I rubbed it all over my skin to get rid of any redness and oil, and that mattified my skin and got rid of a bunch of gross stuff. And my skin was already moisturized. Always use a moisturizer, no matter if you're oily or dry or anything, before you put on your makeup, because your skin can never be too hydrated. There's a difference between hydrated and oil on your skin. Make sure you have a clean face before you do your makeup. You want to wash off all traces of yesterday's makeup, any dirt, oils, any buildup you have on your skin. You want a clean, moisturized face. And you also want to wash your hands before. My hands are washed. So I used that primer, and then I also used this green Smashbox. It's the Photo Finish Color Correcting Adjust Primer. And then I also used this thing from Cow Cosmetics. Paul Mitchell in my school kit, that's what we got it from. It's a silicone based primer, which is one of the best primers you can use for your face. It's made of the same ingredients that the Photo Ready primers are from Smashbox. And normally I would use this primer that you wouldn't normally think of. It's called Monistat Anti-Chafing Gel. And it sounds gross, like down there for your lady parts, but literally it has the exact same ingredients that Smashbox Photo Ready primer does. The green, not the green bottle, but the clear bottle. It has the same ingredients. So normally I would use that, but I use what I have available to me right now because I am broke. So anyways, just let me fix the music there. Anyways, so my skin is all primed and hydrated and clean and fresh. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to put on my foundation first. My foundation is from Cow Cosmetics. It's the cream foundation. And as you can see, I use that one. I'm on a webcam, so it's kind of hard to know where directions are. And I am out of my favorite liquid foundation. I normally use Kat Von D's Tattoo Lock-It foundation, but my next foundation is going to be MAC Studio Fix. Let me get my brushes, hang on. So anyways, you want to clip your hair out of the way so you don't get foundation on your hair, or you don't get it where it's not supposed to go. So first of all, to make a cream foundation or concealer go more liquidy, to make it more liquidy, you're going to want to add a primer to it. I used to use moisturizer, but then I realized that it wasn't giving me the coverage that I want to. So you're going to use a silicone based primer because those go on the best. So I'm just going to scrape some of my normal color that I use for my foundation. I'm going to scrape it onto the back of my hand. Okay, so I have this much on my hand now. And I'm going to use my Cow Cosmetics face primer. And you're just going to want to mix that up. So I mixed that up on the back of my hand, and as you can see, it's now turned into a liquid. And normally I apply my foundation with my fingers, but you can really apply it in any way. Today I'm going to be using a cosmetic sponge. And you just want to kind of dab it on there. I also use my fingers to blend. I'm just gently kind of applying it on there just for a thin, even layer, and I'm going to blend it with my fingers. And for me, I like to tap it in rather than use like downward strokes, because downward strokes might make you look saggy if you do not have younger skin. Like, it's going to pull down your skin, and gravity is going to get your skin, and you're going to look saggy. And we don't want that. I also get acne along my jawline, so I'm just applying the foundation there as well. My sponge is full. And I'm just going to blend that with my finger. Okay, so I have a thin layer of foundation on. Obviously, it's not enough. You can still see blemishes. You can still see a lot of stuff. But this is just building a base so we can build on top of that. So I'm going to scrape more foundation and apply a little bit more primer. And I just tap that into my skin. I use very short, very fast tapping like strokes. I don't use big long strokes. I kind of tap that into my skin. Especially in areas that need more heavy concealment, you want to tap that on there. You do not want to use a brush stroke and brush it on there, because there is a possibility of your foundation moving or sliding off. Especially for me, at least I know how my foundation and my skin works. I don't know if that's the same way for you. Different methods work for everyone. Some people, you buff it into your skin with a brush in circular motions. Don't like the way this foundation goes on me personally, because I don't know, it's not matte enough. It moves. It needs staying power. Okay, so now that we have our second layer of foundation, and you can see not everything is concealed, but you have the general gist. Next, I have my concealer palette from Cow Cosmetics. I use a mix between the yellow, which is right there, and then a mix between that lighter color. And when you have red spots, scars, or blemishes, you want to use a yellow base concealer to cancel out the redness. Okay, this is an old eyeshadow brush. It's kind of multifunctional, but for the purpose that I need it for, it will serve. And then I apply the concealer right underneath my eyes on any dark spot. Now, for the pinup look that I enjoy doing, you don't want to you want to look like a porcelain doll. Basically flawless, no wrinkles, no lines, basically no imperfections. And I apologize for the shitty camera quality, but it has to do for now. So after you're done concealing your circles, puffy eyes, anything like that, then you want to conceal any red spots, which I don't know if you can tell by the camera, but I do have quite a few. And you just want to tap it in with your fingers. Your fingers are your best tools. I will go over with any lip gloss and things at the end. Never, ever, 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 ever put foundation or concealer on your lips unless you're doing a full coverage, full cover lipstick. Because no one wants their lips to blend in with their skin color. That is just not the business. And it sucks because I know we've all done this before, but never pop a zit before you do your makeup. Like literally, do not do that because it'll be all red, it'll be inflamed, it could be bleeding and pussy and gross, and then the makeup's just gonna cake in on there and it's not gonna look good. And above my eyebrows. And then you take your skin color concealer, which is this color that I have on my hand. And then you want to put that over any other imperfections as well. And blend that in there. And because I have scars on my face and kind of like raised bumps a little bit, if you look really closely, obviously you're going to be able to see them because they're raised on the skin. And there's no foundation that would be able to hide a big, huge raised bump. But what it will do is the full coverage foundation technique tutorial routine will even out any discoloration and provide as full of a coverage as you can for those spots. And I usually do another layer of foundation on my face just because of how bad it is sometimes. Now I'm taking the remainder of my concealer that I had on the back of my hand, and I'm putting just a little bit of my silicone primer. That came out to be way more than I wanted to. So you take a little bit, kind of mix it in there, and it turns a little bit liquidy, and it goes on way better. And just completely mask any redness. I'll be right back. I have to go get some setting powder and some hairspray because I'm going to teach you a cute little trick that's awesome. Okay. So, normally, in a full face, you would want to blush and bronze and contour your face. But, me personally, I don't like to use blush. I don't like to contour my face because that's just not how I do it. I like to look very white, very pale. Sometimes I use blush, but not today because that's for a different tutorial. So I'm going to show you how I set my face. This is baby powder. And what it does is it absorbs any oils and mattifies the skin. If you are very white, this is perfect for you. I also have some Cow Cosmetics loose powder. It was pressed, but it broke. What I'm going to do is you just press it in that loose powder. Tap off any excess and just powder that onto your face. See, after checking, I have a little spot right there. So you want to dab a little bit of concealer on the spot. And I apologize for this for being so long, but beauty takes time. And then what I'm going to do is put some baby powder on the back of my hand. Tap my brush into it and powder that on my face as well. And that is my daily foundation routine. The next tutorial will be eyeshadow, eyebrows, blush and contouring, and lips. Bye guys!